What's your law?
So a couple of years ago, I had a 2-stage spinal fusion for my scoliosis. Basically, when I was in hospital, completely messing my medication. I was 25 kilos in weight and went down to 5.5 stone. Whole experience completely changed my perspective on life. Made me realise how short and precious life is and how so many of us take our health for granted. Set out on a mission to build a company, helping everyday people become the happiest, healthiest version of themselves. Originally I was working in finance, hated it, decided to I didn't want to be in that for the next 50 years. Stalked Simon Squibb online, managed to get him to invest in my company, managed to get 5k in funding, really wanted to quit my job and go all in. Parents were like, no, that's not a good idea. 6 months later, I was helping Simon with a shoot. He was going to meet Gary Vee. I jokingly asked if I could tag along. From that, I got into this super duper exclusive event, loads of celebrities, entrepreneurs. Managed to get a chance to chat to Gary, and I just said, what advice would you give to me? And he said, look, you're still really, really young. You can mess everything up now, and still be really young. You need to be a bit selfish and do what's best for you, rather than what other people are saying is best for you. And he's like, look, just take the risk now, otherwise 50 years time you'll retire and you'll look back on this moment with what if. So quit my job the next day, been working it just over a year now, and it's been crazy, run multiple awards, competitions, more investors coming on board, and it's been insane. So starting off with cold plunges and recovery products, each one that I sell, I donate a wellbeing box back to someone in hospital.
Wow, okay. Following up from the beginning where you said you were in hospital and the doctors, they messed up your medication, how do you feel that experience from that to recovering, how do you think that impacted your business life and how you went about building Refi?
Yeah, so I've always been quite entrepreneurial. I think I set up my first business when I was probably about 7. I wanted to buy, I think it was Minecraft, and my parents were like, no, just wait for your birthday or Christmas. And I was like, oh, I don't want to wait, all my friends have got it. So I basically took loads of snacks out our snack drawer downstairs, and then I just went door to door, knocking people's doors in our neighbourhoods, going, oh, do you want to buy a packet of crisps for £3? If you spend £10, I'll give you this free drawing that I made. And I made 70 quid in an hour, which for a 7-year-old is quite mental. But so I've always had quite an entrepreneurial mindset, but I felt with everything I went through with my surgeries and the perspective change that gave me a calling to build a health and wellness brand.
How long have you been building this for?
So I sort of started, I pitched to Simon December 2023, but I've only properly been building it out about a year now.
So over this last year, what's something that stands out from that journey to you that that's really just stuck with you? Maybe it could be a conversation or a moment of realization, maybe.
Ooh, I think the biggest thing is that throughout this journey I've been way too hard on myself, and I've never really given myself much credit for everything that I've achieved. It's mental because I have all these millionaires and billionaires saying how incredibly well I'm doing, how switched on I am, and wanting to invest in my company. But I have this thing within myself where I'm really hard on myself and never feel like it's enough. So I'm learning at the moment to give myself more credit for what I have achieved so far, and instead of seeing that, not wanting to strive for more as a bad thing, I haven't achieved enough. I'm trying to see it as a positive. Because if I was content with everything that I've achieved so far, then I probably wouldn't want to strive for it anymore. So in a way, I'm trying to see that as a good thing.
So do you feel as though, how do you feel as though that harshness on yourself has impacted your progress? Because it seems like within this 1 year you progressed super fast.
Yeah, I think I've definitely progressed especially more than most businesses do. At this stage, most startups have a massive team of people. Average first time founder is 35 to 42, and I'm doing this all I started a company at 19, now just recently turned 21. So I think I do definitely need to give myself a lot more credit in that sense, and it definitely has driven me forward. But there are some instances within that where I've been so hard on myself, and I'm oh, am I doing enough? Like, is this even going to work out? And it's made me doubt myself in some senses. But like the thing that I've learned to do is like, no matter how I'm feeling, I persevere, and I just get stuff done anyway, which has really helped me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So just to finish off, if you could give one lesson that you've learned along this journey to your younger self who was just starting out, what would that be?
If I had to give myself a bit of advice before my surgeries, it would be like, I know it's going to be really, really difficult and you're going to suffer a lot, but it will make sense, and you just need to keep trusting the process and God's timing, and it will be so worthwhile. And if it would be me just starting out, I would say like, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot more difficult than you think it's going to be, but give yourself more credit. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't compare yourself to other people, because they could have had different starting points. They could have had like different opportunities, and that's something that I'm still learning to deal with, because I sometimes see like kids online who are like, oh yeah, I just made 100k this month, I just bought a Lambo, and then it's like, oh, I'm not at that stage yet. Like, I feel bad, but like in some senses you don't know what their starting point was. Sometimes things on social media are like fake. They could have had different opportunities, people around to help them. So everyone's on their own journey, so you just got to, and you're not everyone else, so you just got to be on your own journey, not compare yourself to other people. And if you just keep trusting God, trusting the process, you can make things happen.
Okay, thank you. That was great.
Sweet.
Well, where can we find your social media?
So I am at George Knight UK, and my company is at Refi Group.
Okay, perfect.
Sweet, bro.
Amazing.
Nice. Was that okay?
That was great.
I felt like